So we're just taking audio off the camera, right?
Yeah, right now it is. I'm not sure how good it's going to be. So where is this mixer? This doesn't have enough. It has no. Has
Bars. And he's the radio guy, the head of our affiliate, Wichita Falls, NewsTalk 1290. Snyder says you don't even want to be in the yellow on that. So we're just going to watch it real carefully. Right there, 790. We do want to thank Luby for hosting us. Our friends at NewsTalk 1290, our fine affiliate here in the Falls, and Baymont Inn and Suites for welcoming us into town during a stormy night last night. Boy, we were driving through the ranch country and saw, you can't tell how far away the storms are at night. And it's hard in the day, but you can't tell at night. And I got on the phone with this. It means some other things, but generally it's the language. In the Great Western Expansion, it was common for town sites to be given alluring names in order to sound great in advertising to attract settlers. There are examples in Texas, such as Eden. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton for the Dem Party nomination for President 2016. She has already assigned a team of internet trolls to tout her White House ambitions. The Houston Chronicle quotes a Sheila Jackson Lee supporter is saying that, quote, I wish she would run for the office of the presidency and could and would win. You all just about died when President Obama won. A black woman would split all your racist hairs. Okay? The Second Amendment and personal protection. We've got an anti-whip update for tomorrow, by the way. Don't have time to do it today, but we'll do it tomorrow on the phone. Joe Biden told women to just get a shotgun and fire through the door at whoever's there. Yes, his intellect? Well, you know, the liberals didn't catch what was wrong with that. Remember, they believe guns get up out of doors and have little legs and oh, great. I appreciate it. I want y'all to know this skill set. I don't know why we have it. It's a long story. They showed up at our Republican convention. There were a few left. The guy sat in the chairs. The guy said, you won't get those right over there. I said, yeah, and another guy came back and said, well, I've got 150 more in my warehouse. Apparently, young conservatives in Texas probably had 50 people at their convention, state convention. And let's see, what were the t-shirts, the caps, some Texas flags, the calendars. So we're going to do all that starting in the next break. So hang loose with us. So far during the show, our return mayor would.
there we go.
In our station that does bottle water, Essence Water, and love it. But I'm afraid if people figure out he's bottling it and selling it everywhere, and he's got a big military contract, they're going to get mad because we're a little low. But you know, I just decided in honor of the fact that you guys were short on water, I wouldn't bathe while I'm here. So I apologize.
Well, I think I'm glad I'm standing 3 feet away from
you. Very good. Well, the air's going that way though. I've got you down. Well, there's another one right there. How are we on that yes right now, Andrew? Mayor, let me ask you a question. Just give people an idea. There's a lot of people listening around all of Northwest Texas. The show covers the whole quarter of the state. What's going on in Wichita Falls? I've talked about it a lot. It's in the headlines. I read all your media every day. We post the local media section at PrattOnTexas.com. The 50s, 60s, they quit using it because cities were giving water away. It was cheaper to take water from the city. Boy, how things have changed.
But things have changed, and one thing that our citizens, especially here in Wichita Falls, they've taken our conservation efforts to heart. They've done a fantastic job at this time. I'm not going to say probably, we will have a rate increase now.
Well, I'm in a city that's already got, I guess, the highest water rates in Texas to pay for some pipelines and new well fields. And frankly, Luby secured massive amounts of water. We bought, along with Cremwa, the Canadian River, we bought all that Boone Pickens water he was going to sell to Dallas. He needed money. We walked in and bought it, but we had to jack tap and calendar.
Let's do that.
All right, let's do it. Then I've got something. All right. I got your tickets. The last digit 5. Oh, sorry. You don't have a ticket, come get a ticket from Isabel, my lovely wife. And I'm giving this to Luby because she has been the biggest promoter online and social media of Pratt on Texas since I've been in the air here. She even founded a Facebook group just so that local Republicans can visit, informally and post things and share stories. What's the name of that if people want to? 580. 580. 580. Let's go. We have 580. There you are. Welcome back to Pride on Texas. This segment of the program is sponsored by the Lubbock chapter of Safari Club International. Learn about them at LubbockSCI.org. Safari Club, first for hunters around the world. My friends, we're in Wichita Falls. We want you to come have dinner. You know Spanish, it's refugio, but they say refugio for some reason. They had a real problem. Their entire wastewater plant had a stoppage and spilled 100,000 gallons. A boat oar got stuck in the sewage line. Now, y'all are going to have to start regulating boat oars or something.
Where we have to blend our treated effluent water that's gone through the RO process with lake water. What naturally occurs in lake water? Giardia. So that's where they're finding the Giardia in the testing process. I don't know how this got out. We're working with the TCEQ, trying to get all the problems ironed out so we can get this project turned on and we can start using this 500 current use, but that includes the reuse project being turned on. So when that project gets turned on, then those numbers are valid. Until that project's turned on, anything could happen with our water.
KFDX had a story about looking at the future water, and I'm sure you're doing a lot of that. Well fields and other things. I don't know what the officers are around here to the Red River. You can't miss it. Is there anything that like you want to come back and just do a little bit of this next segment that I'll have Mr. Is there anything you want to
And that's exactly if they put
a long history of covering news here, writing some pretty in-depth pieces. There was one out on Monday, San Jacinto Day, in the paper. Wichita Falls looks for other sources of water there at the Star Telegram. Let me ask you, because we are anti-whip update, you always get I don't celebrate the lawlessness of killing somebody. It's not a funny thing. But gosh, it's like being a policeman. You see a lot of bad things. You got to make jokes. You got to live with it. The capital punishment, a big issue. You've written a book. Tell us what the name of the book is and give us the thumbnail, and then everybody tune in tomorrow in the 6 o'clock process.
And so that's what the book does, is leads the reader through that.
I've noticed it's become more common for people to now remember that it doesn't, that the interpretation, for example, in the Big Ten is not thou shalt not kill. Well, if that were true, how could you have that doesn't say human.
Yes.
If you're Okay. He wants one more. Do you need to put a towel around my neck like all those mug shots? All right. There we go. Great.
Loving it. Loving it.
Little G internet gods today, but somehow they're pleased, and during the show it's been fine, so we're very thankful. Hey, thanks to GNR Premium Cigars for bringing by the cigar, and some other listeners brought some cashews and other fine things by. Now, while you take a news break, we're going to give away some prizes here. Come see us at Luby's in Wichita Falls. I'm going to give them both away to the same person, okay? But what we're going to need a ticket, Isabel? Need a ticket. We will hand you a ticket right here. No, there's somebody in the back of the room. I'm gonna take the shit. Right there in the corner. Go. Okay. Right. Wichita Falls, Texas, and believe it or not, there's plenty of water to drink. Come on down to the Luby's if you're in the Wichita Falls area. Come see us. Look, we're going to have a good hour. We're going to talk with State Representative James Frank of Wichita Falls. He was one of the outstanding freshman state reps, extraordinarily well rated on all of the true conservative legislative rankings. Wait, there's 1290 T-shirt and Texas flag from Texas. There we go. Here's number 556. Right there. NewsTalk1290.com. They've got a live video feed. We appreciate NewsTalk 1290 bringing us to Wichita Falls today. Thanks to the Baymont Inn and Suites for making us feel so comfortable, and of course the Luby's for being our host. Now, we got to Wall Street. It doesn't come back into Texas. There have been a lot of concerns about rural Texas, non-urban Texas, which I know it's hard to remember, but Wichita Falls, Lubbock, Amarillo, we're not considered urban Texas.
Trust me, they remind me in Austin that we're not urban.
Yeah, you know, before Midland, this is the place where it all happened. This thing is cyclical. Well, look around, look when the buildings were built. You know, and you see the different eras. It's the same in Middle and Odessa. You see this all over the state. The dynamics of this oil boom are different because they're not driven by a price spike. They're driven by true demand globally.
Right.
But we won't always have that big stream going in there.
Really, even voters need to remember, look, we've got, we get what we vote in, right? If the people that you vote in are not voting right, then you vote them out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way it changes. We had a very good election this last, as you know, month and a half ago. We had a very good election. Conservatives did very well. We will have more influence than we had last session, without a doubt. Without a doubt, we will have more influence because we'll have more of us.
Well, the thing that really changed for my disappointment time and again is to see what happens to people once they stay in office. There are a few that remain very conservative, remain very interested. But what seems to happen is you become engulfed by the entire process. And what I tell people often, and look,
I knew you were Miss Pratt.
no, I can't.
507, of course, 566. 566. You and I are in cahoots. All right, I'm not going to read this. No, actually, this one's different. 507, 550.
Right here. I got instructions too. I'm waving at you there. That's me. That's right. The ugly one's the one waving right there. And the handsome tall guy over here, State Representative Frank, he's
I didn't get the word.
a whole bunch of quasi-government agencies have people that are always there. The schools have people that are there. And I think, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I don't like local government using tax money to lobby. I think that's wrong. But the point is, they are part of government. They're so attached that 24 months of a 24-month term, they doubles.
Right.
It's somewhat is beyond belief. And what I'm to the point where I think the town should remember